Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, tonight we're finally getting to a story that I have been trying to get to for a while now, but things kept popping up. We're going to be talking about Miiasaurous. She lied, she left, and then she came back. So, put a 1 in the chat if you're hype and ready to get this started. Let me see those ones, baby. Those ones hype me up. everybody. You know what this last song means. And Paige, you are never late, baby. No, I was not late. I was actually a minute early. Look at you trying to shade me in the chat. I see how that is. I see how it is, Paige. Okay, Paige. Anyway, go get your drinks. Go get your food. Go get your green. Go get whatever you have. I haven't had one cigarette today. Let's get hype and get this show started. If it hits. Okay, there we go.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Shit on my shoulder, cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad.
Hello? 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 I forgot. I was recording somebody last night. My bad. Okay. There we go. Why my video capture device was all over the place. Alright, I'm going to keep that one. It's the other one I want to get rid of. Yeah, that's the one we're deleting. Alright. What is going on, everybody? Happy birthday, Ember Lily. What is going... Oh, no. Don't want to fuck up my... We lost our chances, Sassy. What are you talking about? Don't hold your... Oh, hey. So, speaking of which... Alright, hold on. As soon as we got done with our live stream last night, it was a Christmas motherfucking miracle. Guess who has arrived? Guess who showed up right after my live stream last night? You like my thumbnail? That's a thumbnail that I've made. I just don't know what day we're going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it tonight. But 10 minutes, probably about 10, maybe 15 minutes after my live stream ended about Trishy Land, where I mentioned her in that live stream, after 8 months of being gone, miraculously showed up on a live stream. And let me tell you, those Trishy Land people were all up in there saying some lies. Mm-hmm. Yep. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny as hell. How do you think I felt with that notification? I was like, damn, we ain't seen you in months, and now all of a sudden I'm like seeing you pop up on my shit. So I went ahead and made me a screenshot. I figured I'm going to be talking about it because I thought it was kind of miraculous. And she confirmed some things in her live stream for me. I just don't know what day we're doing it. We might even do it tomorrow. I'm not sure. But that's the thumbnail. My thumbnail looks cute. I sharpened her image a little bit, put a green and yellow swirly in the back. So, I just thought that was funny. What's up, Rennie? Hey, trans tipster. Oh, yeah, I saw you, hell. Listen, one of my mods is one of her mods. I don't care. Listen, all right, I'm going to let y'all know right now. Because one of my mods that's also one of her mods got some shit from somebody in that chat. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit who you watch when you're not watching me. Excuse me. I do not care. It is not my business where you go when you leave my chat. I do not care. As long as you don't do stupid shit in my name, I'm good. I do not care. Yeah. So, just to let y'all know, you're not going to catch shit like that here. Alright? Apparently, you catch shit over there for that. So, just saying. Alright, so tonight we're going to go through... I'm going to try to go through both videos, but we're going to talk about Miiasaurous. She basically was a liar, and then she left, and then as soon as I was about to do the one video, she came back. And Paige Christie has it all down, so we're going to watch her videos on it. Oh yeah, Dark Magician's cool as shit. What's up, everybody? Alright, I gotta make myself bigger. This is dumb. Alright. Let's move Miss Paige over here. There we go. Alright, let's get started.
I went into this video wanting to hate this girl because F you for doing what you did to the black community. But when I tell you that this iceberg really hit me in the feels, sis, like,
Oh, yeah.
Miiasaurous, real name Mia Kinuen, is a popular Asian American content creator. She started her channel in September 2011 as a storytime/vlog channel where she would discuss her life in graphic detail, from fights to sex work to mental.
She's a damn pretty girl. She's damn pretty. Oh, Paige is beautiful. Paige is beautiful.
Illness to tripping antics. Mia's channel was exactly the over-embellishment of mundane activities that people had come to expect from storytime YouTubers. She was once a member of the Tanamoja Trash channel.
Does that surprise you? With everything Miiasaurous did, now knowing that she was part of the Trash channel, hello? Does that surprise anybody? Doesn't surprise me. Just saying. Doubt Happy, that's what we're going through now. I'm not going to tell you the story before we watch it.
A collaborative storytime channel that boosted the fame of several content creators, such as Anna Campbell, Natalia Taylor, Kaylin Berry.
Anna Campbell. Those of you who've been here long enough, Anna Campbell, Natalia Taylor. Those of you who've been here around here long enough to know. Trouble. I swear to God, I think Kaylin Berry was the only one that wasn't trouble out of all of them.
And Kira Bridget. However, Mia would emerge as one of the more popular storytime YouTubers of the bunch, as for the most part, she was entertaining and relatable. Her ramblings were nonsensical but somehow made sense, and her dramatization would garner her far more on her own channel after the Tanamoja channel of trash would eventually become inoperative. Although Mia has made a name for herself as a YouTube commentator in the past 2 years, talking about everything from socio-political issues to celebrity, fashion houses, and influencer drama, her editing style is an attack on the senses. And young people enjoyed the fact that although she shared her opinion on various topics, her opinions were educated, with a strong importance placed on morality, empathy, PC culture, and activism. She was the woke, liberated feminist content creator who had the talent for discussing bigger issues stemming from the heinous behaviors displayed by prominent figures on social media, while still allowing it to be a fun, well-researched laugh and...
Okay, can I also say about Mia, she pulls off a shaved head very well. Kaylin outed Jeffrey for using the N-word in front of him and not entirely unproblematic. Yep. I'm telling you, Kaylin's the only good one that came out of that. Natasha Cooper and the other girl, listen. Well, Natasha Cooper. Oh my God. I don't know why I said Natasha Cooper. Anna Campbell? I did a whole series about that and I got rid of it and blocked every single one of them having to do with it. And the behind the scenes on that shit was hell. I will never, I learned a lesson with that story.
Social commentary on the way that public figures put capitalism above a moral compass. Now, as you can see from my glowing review of Miiasaurus' channel, there's actually nothing wrong with her content. The pivot in her content is synonymous with personal growth, which eventually all YouTubers do. The expectation that storytime YouTubers would over-embellish or stretch the truth of the stories that they would tell was pretty much just the general consensus of everybody online. So what exactly did Miiasaurus do for me to create her Iceberg Explained video? Well, on the 26th of June, 2022...
Just to let y'all know, Paige is on her iceberg arc right now. Alright? Paige is on her iceberg arc right now with videos.
Miiasaurus would release a video basically exposing herself as a pathological liar.
I have a problem with compulsive and pathological lying.
But Paige, all Storytime channels have lied in some capacity.
Well, Miiasaurus's lies would be more than just white lies and exaggerating the truth. Miiasaurus would admit to fabricating stories completely, promoting drug culture that she herself did not do despite telling her audience that she did, lying about colon cancer, using black culture and AAVE for profit and personal gain in order to kind of blur the lines regarding her own ethnicity as a racially ambiguous woman, lying about being bipolar, as well as lying about watching a person die, amongst a plethora of other things. Turns out that she
really lied about shit that she did not have to lie about. In all honesty, she lied about shit that honestly, she did not have to lie about that shit. Bonnie's like, wait, I thought she was black. No, Bonnie, she's not black. No, she is not.
I think Xylie looked at chat on that one.
Okay, I don't know how to say that first name because now that you've changed your name again. Niall, I'm just going to say Niall. 3099. I said 100, but I'm on phone, so it'll be in parts. Thank you. Bonnie, yeah, she's not black.
was exactly the person that she was using cancel culture to leverage
Thank
against.
you, Niall.
And her audience didn't care, congratulating her for coming clean and applauding her honesty. But did Miiasaurus deserve the kudos it is that she got from her audience? Or did Miiasaurus just simply preempt her own cancellation and beat other commentators to the punch by removing years and years worth of content? As many people have saw since Miiasaurus's original apology video, yes, there have been two, no other prominent commentators besides Peter Mon have made any videos regarding Miiasaurus's admission of many things that have got numerous other content creators cancelled. Well, I believe that by deleting all of her previous videos that she stopped many commentators such as myself from being able to talk about her actions whilst having the resources to back up their claims.
She ran. She ran. Thank you again for the $30.99. Well, I see.
I think Xylie looked at chat on that one.
I see a lot of people are going to be shocked when we get through this video. My God. I don't think I look gangster, okay? This is like my old work hat and a flannel. If anything, I look a little redneck tonight. My hair wasn't cooperating tonight, so I said screw it and grabbed my hat.
However, after searching high and low, up and down, and all around the internet, I was finally able to locate, I'd say probably about 60 to 70%.
Amber Chick for $4.99, just in case you forgot.
I think Xylie looked at chat.
Amber Chick, I will never forget a middle finger from you, my love. I will never, ever forget a middle finger from you.
Of Miiasaurus's old deleted content. We're talking deleted videos and privatized videos, things that people have not been able to get their hands on, sis. I did that so that we could appropriately assess and analyze Mia's actions. Don't ask me how I found them because I'm not telling you, and I am like a dog with a bone when I feel like somebody is hiding the truth. So take a walk.
Okay, like for real? Paige, I don't know how you find the shit that you find. Some of the shit that you find, Paige, I don't get it. I don't understand how you do it. I feel like I would go on to the next level if I could do what you do. I think, okay, so here is my conspiracy, allegedly for entertainment purposes only when it comes to Paige Christie and finding stuff. I think she's a private detective and we just don't know it. I actually have a problem though. I become yep, okay, she's a private detective and we don't know it. Her real job is a private detective. Okay? Just saying. This is what she likes for the public to think she does? Nah.
With me as we discuss the disgusting lies of Miiasaurus. Iceberg explained. But not before a few words from today's sponsor.
You ain't making no money off me, girl. Hold on. Although, not gonna lie, that cereal did look good.
Miia is a 22-year-old YouTuber who currently resides in Helsinki, Finland, currently studying a bachelor's degree in fashion/apparel design at, and forgive me now, ESMOD École Supérieure des Arts et Techniques de la Mode. I probably butchered that. She was originally born in Singapore and briefly lived in Georgia for a few years, which would explain her Americanized accent. Her mother is of mixed Asian descent and her father is Finnish. Now,
her mother is of mixed Asian descent and her father is Finnish. You know what that means? She probably doesn't. No, she's not black. She's not half black. She's not a quarter black. I will not ask, Paige, I promise. Well, mixed Asian descent. So her mother's Asian. So everybody who's in the chat right now who thought Miiasaurous was black, you fell for her lie. Really, Paige? Oh. Damn, how'd you... I don't need to know. I was going to ask you how you found that, but I don't need to know. So she's 0% black. Yes. 0. Yes. She lied.
out of everything when it comes to Miia, one thing I feel like she has been consistent about is her childhood trauma. I would go as far as to say that that is the only consistent story that Miiasaurous has told thus far. She has made 2 videos on this subject that I was able to find, one titled, Get Ready With Me to See My Toxic AF Family, and the other one titled, Get Ready With Me to Eat Dinner With My Toxic Dad. Essentially, her father is a raging alcoholic, and whilst growing up, she would watch him frequently, emotionally, and financially, and physically abuse her mother.
Bruce! Okay, technically, with Keemstar, it's 9% African. That does not necessarily mean black, okay? So, Bruce, we spent so many nights working on getting those videos back from the Leave It in Private. Lord have mercy. I bet. Oh my God.
Her life was a constant of watching her mother be abused and then police and law enforcement constantly being involved. And then her mother forgiving her father and then following him wherever he may go around the world. For instance, they lived in Dubai for a portion of her life. I actually think she started her channel while she was living in Dubai. She stated that she started her channel in that time due to the loneliness it was that she felt being so displaced away from everything it is that she knew back in Georgia.
Hi, my name is Mia Keenan. I'm 13 years old, and I will be performing Olive's monologue from Easy A. Whatever happened to chivalry?
So this wasn't your average working class father is an alcoholic backstory. This would be, if there was to be a PR media spin on this, a very rich and respectable man who was suffering with alcoholism. After Dubai, it seems as if her father's alcoholism was becoming an issue. So it was requested of him to go into rehab and return to work once he'd completed the program. Her mother, unable to look after Miia, sent her to Mia's auntie on her father's side in Finland, so that she had the opportunity to go to an international English-speaking school. Miia speaks about being treated horribly by them and how her auntie charged her parents 600 euros, which is agreeably extortionate for her to even stay with them, especially when she wasn't even being fed correctly.
What?
And in one of her story times, she even recalls rationing out almonds, because she's vegan, to eat in the morning for breakfast, and she would just ration out food.
Because when I went to go see my mom, I complained to her about not eating and how I was rationing out my almonds that my mom bought me. I was rationing out these almonds so that they would last me until the next time I would see my mom, which is in like 2 weeks. Rationing almonds for breakfast, like what? So like I said, my mom would give me money every single time I went to go see her, and that would basically be my food money. I would buy whatever with it. The next thing that irks me is one day when I was on the phone with my mom, she told me that I need to take shorter showers, and I was like, damn, that's kind of weird because I don't spend that long in the shower, and when I do, I make sure to turn off the water in between, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, no, your aunt says that you're racking up the bill and we're already paying her to stay with you. That's my dad's sister. Why would my dad's sister, who claims to love him so much, be asking him for rent money for a room that's already there? You know, the food bill, I understand that, like pay for my meals. She asked my dad to pay 600 euros just so that I could stay. That really rubbed me the wrong way.
Her auntie would constantly complain about Mia's behavior, and
well, that's probably a good reason why Miia ended up being the way she was. You know? That's probably the reason why she ended up the way she was. Or the way she is.
Her mother, being in a situation where she was unable to look after her daughter, essentially became agreeable and told Mia to comply with whatever it was that her auntie wanted. Even though it was clear that she was being abused by her father's side of the family so bad that it actually made her develop generalized anxiety every single time that they would even be around her. Like, she was legitimately scared to share common spaces with them.
Bothered me to the point that I started to get panic attacks just by staying around my aunts and her family, because they started to like talk about me, and I knew this because they were speaking Finnish, and then all of a sudden I would come into the room and they just stopped.
So it's kind of clear to me that her channel was born out of loneliness, which is something that fucking resonates with me. I made this channel out of the loneliness and isolation of being several hundred miles away from my family and friends. So I understood all too well how much this channel meant to her. However, whilst there may have been a moment of truthfulness where she bared her soul to her audience and told them one consistent truth, almost everything else it would be that she would tell her audience would be a lie. So let's get into the storytime era.
Ooh, is this where she fucked up, or is it the next one? Okay. Alright.
Mia's content online would essentially be storytime content. However, her storytimes would be super outlandish.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand how people can watch storytime content. Now, granted, I can't watch ASMR either, so I know people can watch that shit. But I don't understand how people can watch storytime content. That shit is so boring to me. Taylor, I feel like starting a storyline channel in general is the start of a fuck up.
Like the time she almost slept with her cousin, fighting a crackhead for a Chanel bag, peeing on the Arctic monkeys, losing her virginity at the Warped Tour, as well as an incest threesome. Like, the stories? I mean, we have to remember that in 2016, when this content was being created, Mia would be 16 years old. So a lot of people felt as if this kind of content was extremely mature for her demographic. Resident YouTube uncle, Mr. Peter Mon, would actually make a video about Miiasaurous 4 years ago, basically like as a
He really is the resident YouTube uncle. That's very true, actually.
premonition of what we're seeing today. It was a video where he basically said, hey girl, this is the internet, and once you put it out there, it's kind of out there forever. And Miiasaurous actually responded to Peter Mon in the comment section and basically thanked him for, you know, taking the time to even make a video on her. Now, obviously, at 17-ish years old at the time, I'm not going to penalize her for not having the foresight to see exactly where her life would be in the future. I mean, I don't think any of us had foresight in our teens. But again, nobody expected that storytime YouTubers would be telling the truth. So it came as a little bit of a surprise when Miiasaurous would release 2 videos back to back, basically detailing her past transgressions as well as her regrets. And this came as a shock to many people in her audience as well, because many people weren't aware of her past content. And why? Well, that would be because Mia would delete pretty much almost all of their story time content in May 2021. So we're talking literally everything besides her social commentary content. So last month, within 2 weeks of each other, Miiasaurous released 2 apology videos. One titled Addressing the Past Behavior and the Black Scent, and in this video she apologizes for numerous different things, and this is the one we're going to be focusing on the most. Lying about doing drugs.
I lied about doing drugs, by the way.
Lying about having a particular mental illness.
I lied about being diagnosed bipolar.
Lying about having multiple sexcapades.
I lied about having multiple. The sex and adult entertainment industry. I lied about stripping. I lied about being a hoe.
Lying about famous people such as Melanie Martinez.
This entire fabricated story about fighting someone for Melanie Martinez tickets. But the most important thing to know here is that I just lied. And the whole thing was fabricated.
Lying about seeing a dead person.
I lied about watching someone die.
As well as not being forthcoming with her racial ambiguity and black scent.
I exaggerated the way that I talked. I changed the way that I talked intentionally at times. I'm half white and half Asian. I'm not black. And to talk in a way that maybe I didn't have black people and marginalized groups in mind, in me fabricating a new persona, but the consequence is still the same.
Why though? What? Like, why? Why do you have to do all that? What? Come on now. Holy shit. Oh my God. Why are you gonna lie about all that? That's just too much. That's too much. And to let people think that you are a race that you are not. I mean, like, what? I'd lie about being less of a hoe with anything. Hot Tina! Ah! Oh my God. This is crazy.
I'm still adding to stigma that impacts them and worsens their lives.
I want you guys to put a pin in all of the things it is that I just said, because these are the main things that we are going to be focusing on and reflecting on and reviewing throughout this video. So put a pin in it. Now, despite how horrific some of her admissions were, many people had pointed out a few problems with the first apology. One of them being that although the video was titled Addressing My Past Content and the Blaccent, that she actually didn't start speaking about the Blaccent issue until 30 minutes into a 38-minute video. The other one is that despite the fact that she said she wasn't going to make it about herself and her feelings, she actually did make it about herself and her feelings and spoke about her feelings frequently throughout the video.
That it was wrong. Sorry, I really don't want to be that person. Jesus, that person that fucking, it's not about me. It is, obviously, but it's not about how I feel. It's about I did this and it's wrong. It's wrong. I think there was that feeling of shame and embarrassment that I was almost, well, very evidently evading for many years. Moral of the story, I realized that I text post, God, this sounds so corny already. You know, I already have my own, and probably people who are watching too, predispositioned beliefs about, I mean, I guess you can kind of categorize this into the, you know, whole subgenre that is apology videos.
Okay, is it me or is she just speaking word salad? Like, she doesn't make any sense with the shit she's saying right now. Is it just me or is she speaking word salad? Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, so it's not just me. All right, so I'm not being dumb. All right, I just want to make sure. I was doing a self-check there for a second. Holy shit.
But, you know, you almost have to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. At least I do. Because, you know, when you're making videos, it's like, I mean, you have to press, record, not to like fucking over-explain it, but, you know, there's a lot of waiting and it's processing and you have to, you know, you practice, you know, there's a little bit of that manufactured, like, is this even genuine? And I think, you know, I don't want to be, this is really going to be really convoluted, by the way, and all over the place.
Okay, wait. I got to slow this down and see how she's doing this in normal speed. Hold on. Let's go back just a little bit. All right.
You know, there's a lot of waiting and it's processing and you have to, you know, you practice, you know, there's a little bit of that manufactured, like, is this even genuine? And I think, you know, I don't want to be, this is really going to be really convoluted, by the way, and all over the place and scatterbrained. Apologies in advance for all the people who get annoyed.
That her video
She did not finish one thought that entire time. Like, she didn't finish one thought. She had a string of thoughts that she never finished. Holy shit.
wasn't very well thought through or structured and kind of haphazardly put together.
Sorry, what the fuck was I gonna say?
And that it was so emotionally overwhelming for her that people felt like this was somewhat of a form of manipulation in order to make people feel sorry for her and not to actually feel sorry for the numerous people it is that she may have harmed with her actions.
And I don't want to do that shit anymore. And I don't want to be that person. And goddamn, sorry. I want to work on that. And Never do that shit again.
I'm honestly really disturbed that she's not looking at the camera during this whole thing. Like, it's, by her not looking at the camera, it's weird to me. It's really weird to me that she's not looking into the camera.
Again, I made the wrong choice over and over again. And an apology means fucking nothing without me actually doing and being better. So I will work on that. Yes.
Another part is because her rambling wasn't concise, many people didn't think that most people would watch a video of that length because the apologies actually didn't take place until 34 minutes into the 38-minute video. That just overall, she just missed the mark. Now, this isn't my assessment, this is the assessment of the general public who had the chance to watch the video, because Miiasaurous has deleted all of her content, but we'll touch on that a little later.
If you would have told me that in a post-creep show art scandal YouTube space, that somebody in the commentary community could do this and nobody is batting an eye, like, and this person is somebody who made it their business to make their niche calling out other people's behavior.
First of all, this young lady is very pretty. Second of all, I didn't even know who Miiasaurous was, baby girl, or else I would have got her ass my damn self. But I didn't even know who she was. If it wasn't for Paige Christie, I would have never known who she was. I know who she was. But damn, she's pretty.
So you would think that this will get a different response, but no.
The majority of Mia's audience were a mixture of confused because they had no idea what the hell was going on, or being somewhat proud of Miia for being
Indigo, that's not what we're talking about.
Herself. Many people deeply resonated with the fact that Miiasaurous was a pathological liar, and other people just simply didn't know what to believe. Among all of the detestable things is that Miiasaurous had admitted to, the black scent issue was actually one that her audience were aware of and that had been brought up to Miia on several occasions. And that in the past, Miia had just completely dismissed or disregarded anybody who thought that she was appropriating a black accent. And a huge problem surrounding this particular apology video is that many of Miiasaurus's predominantly white audience were forgiving Miia for actions that actually didn't affect them, which was obviously her not being forthcoming with her racial ambiguity and her black scent. So here's my little educational segment on why this apology, for me at least, was possibly one of the apologies that needed to be handled with a level of care and attention.
That's okay. So there was an issue. And I understand Paige Christie's thought process on this, all right? On what she was saying, because there was an issue in another community where a white content creator said a slur that is used for Latinos, all right? Normally Mexicans, but, you know, racists are racist, and they'll use them for all of them, right? And nobody listened to the Latinos going, no, this is wrong. This is not good. And it was basically the white people going, no. It's okay. It's okay you said that. We forgive you. And yet the Latinos were going, excuse me, hello? Why are you saying Augie? It wasn't Augie. I said in another community, Bruce Allen. It was in another community, like a complete other community. So, oh, thank you, VJ. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I can understand that because everybody else going, oh no, we forgive you. We understand. You didn't know what that word meant. You cannot live in the United States and not know what that word means. The word that she used. And the Latinos that were trying to tell her, hey, that's a very bad word, normally used at Mexicans, but used towards Latinos of all over, we weren't listened to. So I understand where Paige's coming from with this. Been there, done that.
So let's talk AAVE and BBE. African American vernacular English shares most of its grammar and vocabulary with other dialects of English, but it is distinct and different from Standard English compared to any other dialect spoken in North America. African American English is actually a form of Standard English and can be considered as the common dialect of African Americans. However, African American English isn't the only dialect of English. There's been various different dialectal formations of English since the 17th century, when English became widespread around the world. There is American English, British English, Canadian English, Australian English, etc., etc. However, the difference between all of those aforementioned versions of English and AAVE is that AAVE is not a national dialect. AAVE is a precious product of the people who mastered the language under the inhumane conditions of slavery, as a result of having to adopt a completely new and unfamiliar language quickly as a way of survival. 15th century African slaves developed a pidgin that continues to persist within the present Black community. A form of pidgin language that possesses all of the normal rules of English whilst ridding itself of all of the superficial aspects of the language. In Britain, we use BBE, which is Black British English, as the majority of Black people from the United Kingdom are either African or of Caribbean descent, namely Jamaican. And Jamaican people have their own language or dialect, whatever way you want to consider it, of patois, which is all.
I never heard of BBE until I watched this video, not gonna lie. I did not know that was a thing. I really didn't.
Already a pidgin of English and West African. Our dialect of BBE borrows from AAVE, but has closer connections with African Pidgin and West African Patois. Words commonly associated with English culture, such as in it for isn't it, is actually BBE, and not many people know that. My issue with non-Black people using Black vernacular is that they never receive any repercussions when they do so. They can say BBE words such as bruv, whereas if I was to use the word bruv, I would be seen as ghetto, unintelligent, lower class. Now, the double standard isn't of the non-Black people who use this dialect, but more so the people who choose to put Black people in a box, despite them acting the exact same way as a non-Black person. The perpetrators of this double standard choose to love certain aspects of Black culture when it's performed by non-Black people, but then get mad when Black people have to live it. In terms of AAVE, there have been numerous occasions where I've seen African American people, publicly scrutinized for using the term on fleek, which is to perfection. But then big corporations such as IHOP can use it for marketing purposes and then receive absolutely no criticism at all. Now, for me personally, I am Jamaican, and in Jamaica, our main demographics are Africans, Indians, Portuguese, Chinese, and European. So I'm pretty used to seeing non-Black people using Black vernacular, hence why I'm not particularly offended. The problem begins when non-Black people use Black vernacular who haven't got a lived experience within the Black community, who then use Black vernacular, and then their version of Black vernacular, which is easily identifiable to anybody who uses Black vernacular on a daily basis, just becomes a hyperbolic representation of Black culture. The problem isn't necessarily non-Black people sounding Black.
I'm sorry, the fact that you showed Whoa Vicky was amazing. Tommy in it, isn't Tommy in it, I don't care. I don't care. Isn't Tommy in it, a Minecraft YouTuber? I don't care. Oh yeah, Whoa Vicky doing good. Look, when Whoa Vicky was on OnlyFans for $50 a pop, you could be on her OnlyFans and just see feet pictures. And then people said, I saw the YouTube video. She was making $50 a pop, and people were giving her tips so she could show them her arches of her feet. $50 a pop? She was making a living off of OnlyFans just for her feet. Nothing wrong with that. Whoa, Vicky is saved. She got baptized. Praise Jesus.
It's more so when they imitate Black people to a point of becoming a caricature of a Black person. A caricature that is deeply rooted in racial stereotypes. Now, with Miiasaurous, we as a community have allowed her to contribute to these harmful stereotypes of the round-the-way ghetto Black girl to the point that it's become a mockery of Black people. I mean, sis spoke openly in flagrant disregard for Black people and Black culture when she detailed her hot Cheeto girl phase. A phase where she acted black. This poses an even bigger problem when we think about the privilege that comes along with being non-black. That you can adopt a black accent for social media clout and entertainment and then drop it when it no longer serves you. Which is what many black people who watched Mia's apology felt. Being black to us is not a costume that we can just take on or off. In all circumstances, when we are in public situations, we are black. And again, the problem isn't non-black people enjoying various aspects of black culture. It's when non-black people don't give black culture the respect that it deserves. Because Mia, to her audience, is seen as extremely humorous, and I don't doubt that for a second. In fact, whilst watching and reviewing her videos, I would say that she is extremely funny and she generated several laughs from me. But I did have to step back and ask myself, is the joke actually what she's saying or the way in which she is saying it? Is black culture the punchline? And had this had been any other accent, say like Chinese or Indian, would the response have been the same? Would we have allowed it? Are we the joke? Because essentially to laugh at black vernacular is to laugh at all of the suffering that came before it. It's more than just a way to say words. It's a way that black folk have retained their culture to navigate through one of the most inhumane acts in history. That's not a joke. I'm not laughing. I'm looking at you, Chet Hanks.
Respect. She's like, I'm looking at you, Chet Hanks. I know that's right. I know that's right. Chet. Oh my God. Sometimes I wonder, how are you Tom Hanks' son? Like, how did that happen? How are you Tom Hanks' son? Like, how did that happen? How did that happen?
You don't know. Let's only find what I got. Booyaka, booyaka.
That boy's a joke.
In Mia's original apology video, she stated that she wanted to be held accountable for her actions and that she did not want the audience to spare her feelings or her emotions, as she deserved the repercussions for her actions.
And I don't want to run away from taking responsibility either. And I want to hold myself accountable. And I want to be that type of person that isn't a fucking piece of shit. Simply.
She's driving me crazy by not looking at the fucking camera. I'm sorry. There is no way in fucking hell I would have been able to watch that damn video. There is no way. She won't look at the fucking camera. Holy shit. I mean, look at the camera. Listen, if I was face to face with somebody and they were apologizing to me and they couldn't look me in the goddamn eye, I would be like, get the fuck out of my face. Because I do not believe a damn word you're saying because you can't look me in the eye. Oh my God, dude. Oh, that's so irritating.
However, many people did not hold her to the exact same standards that they have and would have for any other content creator. And that is in part down to two reasons. Number one, because she got ahead of her pending cancellation/controversy by apologizing to her audience before the scandal ever arose. And two, because Mia had deleted almost all of her prior content almost an entire year before. First of all, I don't think that there is anything commendable about getting ahead of a controversy. I mean, this is...
Okay, now, gender fluid. Gender fluid says, well, I'm autistic. I can't really make eye contact, but I don't think she has autism. Okay, if it's a situation like that, that's totally different. If there's some reason that, you really can't do that, that would be a totally different situation. Totally different situation. Yeah, that's what it looks like, GF. She's ashamed and it's hard to look people in the eyes. That's what it looks like. But being that you can't look me in the eyes, I'm gonna feel like you're fucking lying. Unless it was a situation like gender fluid said. You know what I mean? That's something totally different. That puts it in a totally different category. Yeah.
This is what PR companies have been doing for centuries. It essentially just takes the sting out of the exposure. I mean, just think about when Nikki Tutorials came out as trans ahead of somebody outing her in January 2000.
Let me tell you something. I remember this. I remember this day. I remember when Nikki Tutorial came out as trans. And that bitch made me cry with her video. That bitch made me cry with her video. I was so proud of her, but then yet so angry that the only reason why she was coming out the way she was coming out because somebody was blackmailing her. But I'm gonna tell you, so I was so proud of her for coming out like that, and two, I was angry for her because she was getting blackmailed. I remember that day. I remember that day vividly.
2020. She took the power back from her detractors by using her own voice to tell her truth.
Yes, she did.
Now, in that situation, it's entirely commendable because her business regarding her gender identity is honestly nobody else's business but her own. And it has no real impact or bearings on anybody's life at all. However, in Mia's case, getting ahead of a scandal is actually...
She absolutely took her power back. She absolutely did.
A lot more manipulative, as the shock surrounding her exposure lies with her. The audience is actually left distracted by the prospect of, well, at least she outed herself. To actually really spend any time thinking about all of the various different communities and people it is that she's actually hurt. Plus, at that point, Mia had deleted all previous storytime videos, as well as some commentary videos, stating that she deleted everything that she didn't have a contractual obligation to keep on her channel, i.e. sponsorship videos. Which doesn't make any sense now, considering Sis has deleted her whole entire channel, including those said sponsorship videos that she was contractually obligated to keep, but I digress. So it was pretty
Okay. What happens when you delete those videos that you by contract, you have to leave up? Like, can you get in trouble by the sponsor by doing that? Paige, do you know? Paige, Dark Demon Queen, Paige actually does get ready with me's on her Twitch, to be honest. Just to let you know, an FYI for you. She probably did them a favor though, probably. There's a clause that tells you how long it has to be up. She could be told to pay back. Oh. Okay. Yes, blackmail is illegal. Hell, we all know that. And yes, it's also called extortion. You're 100% correct. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Paige. I don't know. I'm not big enough to get them kind of shits. Although Drew tells me I am, but I need to get with Drew about who to contact.
Difficult for her audience and commentators like myself alike to actually go back and cross-reference old videos and see old behavior to decipher real change. I, for one, believe that deleting all previous videos was not the accountability that Mia stated that she wanted to achieve. It was in fact a way to run away from pending controversy, because Mia knew that if people were to actually take a look at her old content, her previous conduct, and her current commentary videos, that she would need to hold herself accountable and to the same standards that she set for other people of interest. Hence why, again, I don't see getting ahead of controversy as commendable, because if Mia really felt bad enough to delete her previous content back in 2021, she also knew the ramifications of her actions, and she chose not to face it. But I also think, and it's my little conspiracy here, that deleting old previous videos and content was a way to stop commentators such as myself, because any video that was actually discussing anything to do with Mia at this moment in time has only really been critical analyses of—
Look, there's my baby beauty demon.
Of the apologies themselves, or just anecdotal recounting of previous content. Because again, it's pretty hard to put together a well-rounded commentary video if you don't have the resources to back up your claims. But
you know, that's one reason why I don't take down, I've only taken down certain live streams, but that's why I don't get rid of my old stuff. Because when the time comes that someone goes to expose me, they're going to expose me for being an ultra woke type, cancel culture type person. But if they do their research enough, they'll see where I have said multiple times that my views have changed and I am no longer about cancel culture. But that's why I leave my stuff up, because I want to show people how I have changed. How are you going to expose me, Amber Chick? You've been here. You've seen my change, ma'am. So, yeah, that's why I have my old stuff still up. I want to get rid of it. I honestly do want to get rid of it because it's embarrassing. But I won't. So y'all have to suffer through the old thumbnails and... Bleh.
By the grace of God, I was able to find the relevant resources. Because I am a crazy person who wouldn't stop until she got what she needed. So let's do the cross-referencing needed to make an
I need to make that some kind of thing. I am a crazy person who wouldn't stop until I got what I needed.
adequate assessment. Okay, so remember I said that we needed to remember the list of admissions it is that Miiasaurous had said. We put a pin in it. Okay, because here's why. We are going to see the importance of Mia getting ahead of her current controversy and why she essentially deleted all prior content. Lying about doing drugs, lying about having a particular mental illness, lying about having multiple sexcapades, lying about famous people, Melanie Martinez, lying about watching somebody die and not being forthcoming with her racial ambiguity and blaccent. Now, in order to take a look at the hypocrisies, we are going to be taking a look at numerous different videos where she essentially waves the opposing finger at other people, requesting that they take accountability for their actions that she herself has made and has not taken accountability for. So let's take a look at the first video. The first video that I believe exemplifies the hypocrisy is her Tana Mongeau video. The video is titled, Everything Actually Wrong with Tana Mongeau. Now, Tana Mongeau was essentially her boss, if you will, for her time while she was with Trash.
Can you imagine looking people in the eye and telling them I used to work for Tana Mongeau? Yeah, I don't get lying about your race. I really don't. I mean, be proud of who you are. I don't care what ethnicity, what color you are. Just be proud of who you are. You're a human being walking on this earth. It does not matter what your ethnicity is, what your color. It doesn't matter. Just be proud that you're a human being thriving in today's society. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Just be proud of you're thriving and you know, damn. Yeah, but yeah, don't be running around going, you know, the white other things that go together. Yeah, let's not do that. But, you know, just be proud of being a human being living today. Shit, don't make shit up. Don't lie about yourself. The fuck? Damn right, Pickle. Pickle is a proud pickle. And Pickle needs to be a proud pickle. That's why her name's Pickle. I don't even know who that is, Giggles.
Because as we discussed earlier, Mia was a contributor to the collaborative channel of Trash. So Mia had somewhat of a...
Salva why are you trying to call me? I'm in the middle of a... No, Salvo, I'm not going to answer your call. I'm in the middle of a... No. I didn't even know you were calling. I didn't even hear you. No, I don't know who that is, Giggles. I really don't.
Vested interest in highlighting the negative behaviors of Tana Mongeau in order for her to disassociate herself with the brand. So let's take a look at what Mia says in this very brief montage.
Like the racist actions, the scummy behavior for the sake of monetary gain, you know what I'm saying? Like lying, deceiving their audience for the sake of a fake emotional connection. Why do you still associate with them? I'm not here to say Tana Mongeau is a horrible person, you know? I'm not here to pass judgment. Bitch, I suck at hot potato. But you know what? It's back to school season. It's time to pull out the highlighters and emphasize the fact that bare minimum behavior needs to stop being rewarded. There is no such thing as separating the entertainment from the entertainer, okay? The art from the artist. It's just not fair that so many people have had so many things taken away from them because of this adult's countless careless actions, okay? Because who gives a fuck about Facetune and clickbait? What I give a fuck about is everything but.
So after
this bitch here! Did you see? Oh my God! So she was out there preaching that shit while she was lying about herself? She was literally out there preaching while she was lying about herself like that. Oh my God, dude. That's crazy.
Highlighting various different things it is that Mia herself can be called out for. She then breaks down Tana's deceitfulness into chapters. Chapter 1, Tana Mongeau filmed a suspected dead body.
Filming a not-so-alive person. Brief summary, her and Shannon Rose, another popular storytime YouTuber at the time, spent the day hanging out at the beach, and suddenly when they went to go to—
But yeah, she lied about seeing a dead person, or she lied about watching somebody die. Oh, no wonder she did those apology videos, because people were about to find out. People were about to find out she was lying. But yeah, she wanted to hold other people accountable for doing the same kind of lies. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is amazing.
They opened the door and they saw an overdosed old man lying on the floor. That wasn't very live.
And to parallel that, Miiasaurous lied about watching somebody die.
I lied about watching someone die.
Chapter 2, Tana Mongeau profusely lying in her content.
Tana Mongeau's harmful lies. I'm an extreme over-exaggerator, okay? And that's actually one of the main reasons I used to really like Tana Mongeau, because some of y'all bitches is just boring, okay? Don't talk about how your bagel dropped on the floor. Let's talk about how the bagel attacked you. But there's a difference between just stretching and flat out pulling a muscle. So let's take a look at some of her torn ligaments.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. During my 46 years of life, I have heard women like her talk like that. And it comes off as so fake and disingenuous and try-hard. My girl here is a try-hard. The shit you just listened to her was her trying to be a try-hard. That's what I call motherfuckers like that. That's called a try-hard. That's what that is. Try-hard. Oh my God.
Parallel, Mia also admitted to lying in her content.
I have a problem with compulsive and pathological lying.
Chapter 3, Tana lied about her interaction with another person of interest.
Harmful lie, the content cop. This was low-key defamation, bro. If I was in that position, well, first of all, as a hoe, I would be suing whoever put that position in the Kama Sutra, okay? Not in my— You mean to tell me she completely lied about her and popular YouTuber at the time, iDubbbz' interaction?
Parallel to that, Miiasaurous lied about having an interaction with another famous person, Melanie Martinez.
This entire fabricated story about fighting someone for Melanie Martinez tickets. But the most important thing to know here is that I just lied. And the whole thing was fabricated.
Chapter 4, Tana Mongeau does performative activism for people of color.
Why completely spin the situation? You know, the only thing that I can really think of is that she wanted to seem like a victim, or maybe not necessarily a victim, but at least a witness to extreme racism in action. But you know what? Audience sympathy is powerful, especially when you really want to look like the ally that people of color have been waiting for.
I'm just like heartbroken. I mean, ditto, Mia, ditto.
Ma'am. No, ma'am. Dragon Slayer, I am a gamer. Why do you think I called it try hard? I am a gamer. What? Ma'am. Please read the sign. I see you, I hear you, I will fight for you until the end. Don't open your mouth for black dick, but keep it closed for black issues. Wait, don't open your mouth for black dick, but keep it closed for black issues. Is that her in that picture? I need a pumpkin spice latte because I cannot even. Okay. I cannot even. People are saying it's sexualized black men. Well, I mean, oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know what to say. Let's continue on.
Chapter 5, Tana has gaslit people and has even used black scents.
She got mad when Colin called her out and said, hey, you're lying in order to cover up all the racist things you've said in your past.
Growing up in Vegas, everybody said those words, and I didn't even know that they were considered racist at all. They were in rap songs, and I totally thought it just meant like homie or like friend.
You know you're a stupid right? You fucking girl. Impression of a black woman on joining Chocolate Bunny.
Chocolate Bunny!
Girl, please.
I mean, We have discussed this ad nauseum. These were only a few examples in this 20-odd minute video, but we can see that Miiasaurous had some very strong words to say about Tanamoja, whilst in tandem in her own video continuing to perpetuate the black scent, which is also a negative stereotype, and just simply not atoning for her less than perfect behavior, whilst waving the opposing finger at Tana to do better. And the sad thing is, she's not wrong in her video.
Yeah, exactly, Amber Chick. Right, that sounds like you meant friend. Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna need the people with ADHD to stop talking about pumpkin and let's stay with the subject, please. Okay? Because if you keep talking about pumpkin, the more lines I see about pumpkin, of days you're gonna go without seeing her. I will hold her hostage until y'all get back on track. I got 2 videos to go through tonight. Can y'all please stay on subject? Pretty please with sugar on top. I will hold her hostage. Just saying. That is now 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days y'all are not going to see her. 5. 6 because somebody said pumpkin. 6 days now you're not going to see her. Well, then, get back on track. We're watching the damn show. Come on now. We got one more video after this. It's not as long.
Oh, like sis makes some great points. It just sucks that Mia's own reckoning didn't take place until almost an entire year later. The next video it is that stood out to me was a video where she speaks about blackfishing, titled, "Wait, they're not black?" And instantaneously as I hit play on this video, I was hit with an advert for Raycon earbuds, which was interesting to me because she stated in one of her apology videos that all of the previous contents that she was keeping up on her channel were ones that she actually had contractual obligations to keep up. Now, usually these kind of sponsorship collaborations are requested to keep up for a year, so maybe she had a short, small contract with Raycon, who knows? But at this point, I don't know whether to believe Mia at all because this particular video is a very damning video indeed. The premise of this video was essentially racial appropriation, which means I'll let her explain.
First and foremost, let's discuss the actual meaning of cultural appropriation, since that's the whole basis of today's video, and I figured that I should be fair since Jesse doesn't want to be. But the definition that I'll be going by today is the act of taking elements from a particular culture for profits or aesthetic without paying respects to the actual origin. So, long story short, not good.
Mia has exemplified all of these traits.
No, she didn't! Oh my God! No, she didn't! Oh, that's 7. That's 7.
And even admitted to doing so.
I exaggerated the way that I talked. I changed the way that I talked intentionally at times.
That's 8.
There are times nowadays where it still slips out. I have made a caricature of black people a big part of my brand online.
So again, Mia, knowing her own behavior, condemned other people for doing the same.
While she was doing the same thing, she was condemning others for doing. Oh my God, if that's not hypocrisy, I don't know what is. Holy shit.
You seeing a pattern yet? Next up is her video on Trisha Paytas titled, "So what actually is wrong with liking Trisha Paytas?" Mia has actually made 2 videos on Trisha Paytas, one that I unfortunately couldn't find, and that one was titled, "Trisha, mental illness is not an excuse for that." Now in this video, so what is actually wrong with liking Trisha Paytas? Mia again heavily focuses on Trisha Paytas's racial profiling and stereotyping of black people, and then further goes ahead to talk about Trisha's misrepresentation of mental illness when she quote-unquote faked several different mental disorders by using, and quote, outdated mental stereotypes. I mean, play the clips.
Being exposed to black culture and then feeling an affinity for it is like one thing, but then she just completely minimized the N-word like it was just some Internet Explorer tab that she didn't want her boss to see.
If a word's in a song lyric or if it's in a script, why can't I say that? Now all of a sudden our society has become so sensitive, like so sensitive. So when I'm jamming with my friends to Nicki Minaj or NWA, whoever it is, like I have to stop because I'm white. Like I can't sing songs because I'm white, which I was saying that feels racist to me. Like you're not white, so you can't sing that song.
She also made a song called Jungle Fever. I'm gonna let the clips do the talking. I said clips, okay? Nicki Minaj said Roman Reloaded. Bitch, the gun is Italy. Yo, whether or not Trisha has the idea.
She was out here trying to preach the good word of cultural appropriation while she was culturally appropriating. What in the fuck was wrong with her? What in the fuck was wrong with her? She was literally out here making whole ass videos on people talking about cultural appropriation while she was culturally appropriating. Holy shit! The balls on this bitch! Oh my God!
She spread tons of misinformation about the disorder, and also it was all based on outdated stereotypes. Yo,
Like, go. And the final video, which I personally believe is the proverbial nail in the coffin, was her video on Jenna Marbles titled, "Did Jenna Marbles do anything wrong? Well, ... yes." Which for all intents and purposes, I actually agree with.
So about 8 months ago, Jenna Marbles made a video in which she said she was about to be leaving the internet forever. And I know the moment it dropped, we all said, bitch, 5-second rule, it's not too late. But when I say we, remember that I don't speak French. You see, I was really shocked the moment that those words left her mouth. But as the video progressed, it became very clear to me that Jenna was just overrun with a lot of guilt about her past on YouTube. And when she started to explain what her mistakes were, I mean, y'all know why I avoid red meat talking about mistakes. Irregardless, many people were really upset that their favorite creator just decided to drop everything in really what felt like an instant. And that's exactly when the conversation started to go south. Yes, I also hate the flavor of talking. Cancel culture took away one of the unproblematic greats yet again. Hold up, unproblematic? Yet again, bitch. We about to read Jack and Jill 3 times. I said, well.
Well, at least she looked at the damn camera when she apologized and took herself out, because nobody took out Jenna Marbles. Thank you very much. She took herself out, okay? One, and at least she was able to look in the goddamn camera when she was giving the fucking apology, unlike you looking off to the side, not being able to look at nobody. Oh my God. This chick here, I wish I would have known about her. I wish I would have known about her. I'm just saying, I wish somebody would have told me about her.
Women's just explained that she did blackface and monetized from it for years. I think that's pretty straightforward because, I mean, it's not June.
But it's like, I don't know, it's like she mirrored Jenna's own apology video and got ahead of her controversy. And I think she made some points and told her audience these exact same points, but her audience are now choosing to treat her differently because instead of Jenna, she is their unproblematic fave. But again, these are the same fans who are attacking POC content creators who have voiced their opinion on this subject and basically telling them to shut up, move on, and get over it.
The comments left on my video commenting on a creator admitting to doing very, very problematic things, okay? Context, I'm not a drama channel or a commentary channel on YouTube. I literally talk about my life and give people advice, so this is just my opinion that got people so riled up. Mind you, this girl's whole channel is her opinion and being harsh and riling people up. But anyway, I digress. We've got the reoccurring, I'm not black, but I can sympathize for her. We've got the, you should have kept this in the drafts. How dare you cancel my fave? She has more followers than you. Angry black woman response for 10,000, Bob. We've got the bitter black woman response. I need to get light in my heart. Okay, that I'm reaching. That this is just another American nonsense. Then maybe y'all non-Americans should stay out of our business and stop trying to talk like us. And profiting on it without not even knowing any of the trauma behind it.
Again, Mia isn't commendable for coming clean. She just didn't get exposed, whereas the people it was that she was commenting on were currently cancelled. And she hopped on to tell them to do better, something it is that she couldn't do herself.
Damn.
So, was the second apology any better? No. She rambled on for an additional 40 minutes. She started strong and then ended with this like really weird reintroduction to herself that literally nobody asked for.
Kind of ran away from letting people know things about me. I currently live in Finland. I'm moving to Paris soon. I love fashion, specifically Rick Owens. Rick Owens and Tyrone Dillon, his boyfriend, are probably my special interests. as well as his wife, Michelle Lummy.
It seemed as if she took notes from what other commentators had said or advised her to do. And I guess she tried her best, but for many, it still missed the mark. She mentions donating part of her AdSense for each video every month to Black charities. And initially I thought that this was a great idea. However, one creator called Miiasaurous made a beautiful point about the redistribution of wealth versus the redistribution of your platform, which is what essentially Mia had generated through her negative behavior, is a huge and large platform that many people probably won't even see in their lifetimes. Take a look.
Like, what you should be doing instead, I think, if you're a content creator and you're in her shoes, and maybe this is just a stupid solution and some people will think it's a terrible idea.
I like Mika. I haven't talked to her directly, but I like Mika.
Quite possible, that's fine. But I think what she should be doing is collabing with like a POC, maybe probably a Black female creator because of the Black set that she had adopted, talking about the commentary community and the misuse of it. Platform directly people that support the thing that you believe in. And then she equates, this is just her equating money as action.
Okay, you know what irritates me? Okay, so the one woman that was talking about the comments she was getting. I guarantee you those same people, when Miiasaurous was canceling all these other people for culturally appropriating, I guarantee you those same people were under her video going, yes, yes, queen, you are so right. They shouldn't be doing that. But then come to find out when she did it, they probably kissed her ass. That's that stan culture I can't stand. That's the stan culture I can't stand. We're okay that we're going to get on everybody else, but when my fave does it, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to support them. That's that fucking hypocrisy I can't stand. I can't stand that hypocrisy. I cannot. I hate that hypocrisy. Yeah, I like Mika too, Paige.
Because she, in her head, she profited off of it. Thus, she must redirect the profits. I think you created a platform off of it, and you should redirect the platform because everybody can see the platform stuff, but where the money's going depends on the charities.
So what's happened since then? Well, Mia has deleted her entire...
That would be a stand, Dragon Slayer. Not me. I've been waiting years to call Xylie out. Shut the hell up, Amber.
Entire channel. Her channel now has absolutely nothing on it, not even a channel photo, not a background, no nothing, and the channel has now been renamed to Channel and Name. Now, in one of Mia's apology videos, she said this.
And I evaded, and I ran, and I hid, and that was wrong too. And I don't want to do that shit anymore, and I don't want to be that person. I need to sit with that and absorb that.
So why is she running? It's so annoying to me that she is not growing in the way that she promised she would. She hid away from controversy and decided that she just couldn't take it anymore. The condemnation that she requested from her audience.
So I need to reflect and really think and soak it in and feel the shame and guilt and embarrassment and hear people tell me whatever they need to say. Everyone has a right to be mad and angry and disappointed and blame me.
Wasn't allowed to flow. She decided to once again take off the proverbial costume and walk away, leaving 1.1 million people thinking, huh? And any trust that her audience had or any belief that she would dig deep and try harder to fight against the person she was gone. Because in her one time of facing the music, she did what she already professed to us that she always does. And she ran away. She ran away from her past transgressions. She ran away from her lies. And now it seems to be that she is currently running away from the truth and hiding from her past. And I'm not saying that Mia is above growth. I believe that growth is showing up for yourself every single day despite your past.
Absolutely.
Growth is seeing the person it is that you used to be.
Yep.
And generating and creating new bonds as the person you want to be.
Yes.
Growth is owning up to your past and living in your truth.
Preach.
And Mia's truth? Well, Mia seems to me like she is having an extreme identity crisis.
Yep.
And just like her audience, I will await with bated breath to see the person that she chooses to be.
Damn right, Paige Christie. I know that's right. And it's true, though. It's all about growth, man. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, fuck, 10, 20 years ago. I'm not the same person. Zero the Hero, I feel like you're in here to be a troll. Have you seen the vid about creator getting comments about Mia shooting up drugs on Insta and trying to guilt trip? What? Yeah, it's all about growing, man. There's nothing wrong with growing and changing. Videos.
So, Miiasaurous.
Alright, let me go grab a drink real quick. And we're going to watch this video. It's 27 minutes long, but I'm going to have it on 1.25. But it's about her return because she has just come back. Literally, everyone should change. Some people don't, and they get stuck. And the world changes around them, and they can't adapt. And those are the people who have problems. Oh, Zero, calm down. Calm down. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink. Okay. Alright, we ready? Alright, put ones in chat if you're ready for the second video. Oh, that's 9. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to take this boot off. Hold on. What's up, Spectre? Alright, let's go to the second video. Here we are right here. It's called Miiasaurous Returns. Influencers are not your friends. Coming back to YouTube.
So, Miiasaurous returned to the internet, and when I tell you that my phone did not stop ringing, holy crap. But after taking a look at the video itself and taking a look at the public's perspective, I have only one thing to say. Influencers are not your friends, and you have developed a relationship with an online persona that Mia created. Nobody besides Mia and her loved ones will truly know who she is. So stop holding expectations for her to be a version of the person that you once knew. You and I have no idea who Mia is because she self-admittedly lied about almost everything that she was. Whew, that was a mouthful. And so is my husband's car.
Paige! Paige! What the fuck was that?
everything that she was. Whew, that was a mouthful. And so is my husband's car.
Paige! Paige a damn hussy, y'all. I don't know. I don't want to know if your husband's... Oh my God. Oh, Paige, that was so funny. Oh, girl, you are something else.
Oh, yeah.
What's up,
Disclaimer,
Tiara?
if you want more understanding of today's video, please go watch my previous video on Miiasaurous, as this is a follow-up to that video. With the swift development of online technology and in turn the introduction of more social media platforms, people around the world feel more connected than ever.
Okay, she slid that right by me, didn't she? Look at that. Trying to get paid on my live stream.
Their fans. This kind of admiration is like a relationship, but one where the influencer is completely unaware of the fans' existence and the connection it is that they've made with them. Whole relationships are formed, but the fans' relationship is based on the online interactions with the public figures. And yet, these influencers have no idea that their relationship exists. So my first question was, what is the role that social media plays in the creation of these relationships? Even though people are being connected more and more every day, the public figures have no time to be able to individually acknowledge each fan's existence, which guided me to my second question.
I thought that was an ad. Okay, well, we skipped a few minutes.
Of do these relationships
My bad.
even exist if only one participant is aware of its existence? The one-sided relationship between fans and people of interest are called parasocial relationships. Parasocial relationships are affinities where only one side is aware of its existence. One person invests their emotional energy, interest, and time into the relationship, whilst the other party is completely unaware of the person and the existence of their relationship. These relationships are commonly formed by fans with public figures that they admire. Most parasocial relationships are formed by general interactions by the influencers being interpreted as specific by the facilitator of the relationship. These interactions serve as a form of contact with the public figure to the viewer and has become the basis of which parasocial relationships are born. Parasocial relationships are voluntary and provide a level of companionship and are influenced by social attraction. Viewers experience socially identifying connections with the persona behind the screen. But what
I'm letting you know now, most YouTubers are fake. Do not believe the niceness that they present in front of you. You know what I have found out through my 2.5 year journey on YouTube? I am finding out rather quickly, it's usually the people who present themselves to be assholes on YouTube are actually the nice ones, and the ones that present themselves to be like all sweet and nice and innocent who are really the assholes. Oh, there is an ad though I filmed in Jamaica. But that's what I'm starting to figure out. I'm starting to figure out that, you know, the ones that are perceived as this, that, and the other, and they're bad, they're actually the ones with more morals than the ones that are sweet and nice and just, yeah. That's what I'm finding out. Rather quickly, actually.
What if the person that you were in constant contact with through a screen had...
That's why I present myself like an asshole.
Lied about almost everything in their lives that made you develop a connection with them? What if their intrinsic qualities that drew you in was merely used as a vessel in order to garner success?
I never thought I'd get on with the Oreo, right? Right? I agree, Paige. Although I have to admit, like, when you and I were in the other community and I was watching the commentary community, Diorio is actually one of my favorite ones, right? I never thought that I would be able to talk civilly with Augie. I never thought that Tipster would become one of my best friends. I never thought that. I never thought I'd get along with Edwin. I never thought any of that. It's crazy. Good night, Indigo. It's absolutely crazy.
Would you feel betrayed? Hurt? Well, in the case of Miiasaurous, it's actually quite the opposite. Upon her return, the majority of her audience were willing to take her back, despite her self-admitted pathological lying. So today we are going to be talking about Miiasaurous, and why influencers are not your friend. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is proudly...
Okay, here is the ad that Miss Thing thinks she's gonna get paid off my live stream. I be damn. You and Willie, both of y'all, always trying to get me. Although Willie does get me, though, because he usually does something goofy in the middle of his ad, and I have to have people watch it.
I don't believe there is any version of an apology that will ever pacify or satisfy an audience. There will always be people who think you aren't shit, and that's just facts. So my take on today's video isn't going to be about giving the public at large what they want. The general public are savages who will literally destroy your life for misgendering a dog. Today's video will mostly be about what I think is best for everybody's healing, but most importantly Mia's, because I truly don't believe this situation will rest unless Miia fully heals from the events that happened 3 months ago. So 2 nights ago, Miia uploaded a video called Coming Back to YouTube. This essentially let everybody know that she was somewhat in a transitional period. Unfortunately, on social media, people want to see a fully realized evolution and not the evolving process. Right. They want to see you go from Charmander to Charizard. They don't give a fuck about Chameleon, even if Chameleon is a fundamental part of the process of becoming Charizard. And whilst I said I don't want to really be the apology police, I think that it's important for us to acknowledge the audience's expectations versus the very humble reality of what it's like to change as a person. Yep. So the video starts pretty much the same as all of the other apology videos before this. On a whim, rambly, unorganized, and this essentially sets a precedent.
Dude, this is weird as shit. It's... Hi. Hello, everyone. Enough about you, time to start talking about me. It's been a while. I'm sure so many of y'all are asking, man, what the f happened? You just disappeared. Where the f did you go? All your shit is gone. What's happening? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, bitch, I would have questions too.
This doesn't feel like a new and rejuvenized Miia. This seems like the Miia from 3 months ago, leading people to believe that she hasn't actually changed.
Kind of ran away from letting people know things about me. I currently live in Finland.
I think that some of the more successful comebacks to YouTube are...
Did she upload her old videos? Did she unprivate her old videos when she did that? Went down the wrong pipe. Some, not all. Okay.
Those that start strong. Like if we were to take, for instance, somebody like Shane Dawson, when he returned after his huge scandal a few years back, he addressed the situation and fully moved on with a strong video. So I think instead of coming back all disheveled and unorganized and rambly, she should have come back strong and possibly in her brand new setup, so that people really understood that when she said that she's coming back to work, she really means she's coming back to work. I say this as a person who has made 2 quote-unquote apology videos in my lifespan here on YouTube. One in 2019, which was an absolute abomination, and a second one, which was received far better by the community because the evolution had already taken place. I was Charizard, bitch. She then apologizes to the people it is that she hurt.
I want to say again that I am so sorry to the Black community, to those who are people of color generally speaking, but specifically so, Black people. I made a conscious decision to continue carrying out a caricature of a person. Fuck. I didn't expect. Bro, what the hell? I am so fucking disgusted by that.
And then she touches on the fact that she wants to fulfill what it is that she previously stated, that she would be donating monthly to various different charities, but namely Black charities, and that she plans on sharing her donations with her audience monthly, I guess as a way of...
Okay, I can't help it. I can't help but to say this. I'm drinking sweet tea, it's not coffee. If you get caught up doing something, although I'm happy that you're giving to charity, don't get me wrong, okay? But I'm not going to automatically forgive someone just because they donate to a charity. It's not like they're going out there and working that charity. They're actually putting in the work. They're just giving disposable income that they have to that charity. I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad, yeah, it's like virtue signaling. I'm glad that they're giving the money, okay? Because so many charities need that money, but that doesn't automatically give them a pass by me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So,
of holding herself accountable.
I'm going to be donating proceeds from each and every video moving forward to respective communities, starting off with the Black community. And, you know, proof of said donations online.
Now, for me personally, and I don't know, this feels like this could possibly be a hot take, but it feels as if Mia is...
No, Zero, she didn't.
Punishing herself. Almost as if she's like self-flogging as a way to atone for her actions. I don't really feel like she needs to make monthly donations unless she wants to.
Right.
I don't know, like do it for a good reason, not because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just my stance. Then she touches on Mika SF's point it is that she made in her video about redistributing her platform versus redistributing her wealth.
I think what she should be doing is collabing with like a POC, maybe probably a Black female creator because of the Black set that she had adopted, talking about the commentary community and the misuse of it. Platform directly people that support the thing that you believe in. And then she equates, this is just her equating.
But you know what though? I understand where Mika's coming at, but at this point, if she does it, I'm not going to feel like it's genuine. That's the only thing. If she does that, at this point, I'm going to feel like it's not genuine. You know what I mean?
Money is action. Because she, in her head, she profited off of it. Thus, she must redirect the profits. I think you created a platform off of it, and you should redirect the platform because everybody can see the platform stuff, but where the money's going depends on the charities.
I want to share, you know, other maybe influencers and just people in general who I believe deserve a spotlight from said communities, because I mean I'm gonna be honest with you, like which is probably a good idea. I really feel like people deserve to be seen and heard, and if I can help in any other way, then I want to do that.
She states that she wants to bring in more POC content creators to collaborate with, and I think that's a great idea. The way to beat ignorance is with compassion and understanding, so integrating with these communities is possibly a good way for her to grow as an individual.
All right, Katie says, my understanding is the audience and community wanted her to donate because she made money off all the lies on her whole videos. Okay, correct. I agree. But at this point, she goes and does it. I'm looking at it like she's just trying to pacify her audience and she doesn't really mean it. To me, if you're going to change, I have to see that over time. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't happen overnight. I need to see it over time. I need to see how she's acting 6 months from now. I need to see how she's acting a year from now. And then I'm going to believe there's change. I don't care how much money she gave. I don't care who she propped up. I need to see where she's at over time. Is saying sorry not enough. Why does she have to do all that extra shit? As long as she changes, isn't that what matters? Yes, but but the change doesn't happen overnight. I don't believe change happens overnight. It didn't happen with me overnight. And from what I have witnessed in my life, the people who have changed overnight, it was a fake change. H3. So, and then the real them comes out later on after they fake you and make you think that they change, and then their real selves come back out. H3. So, she ain't trying to actually change. She wants people to just immediately forgive her so she can make more money, period. Yes, overnight change is just for PR. Sierra says, Mia needs to realize that forgiveness as well as saying sorry ASAP won't work like she thinks it does. You want to respect, then you need to earn it. Yeah. Yeah. I still call him H3H3. I don't do nicknames, Zero. But I mean, yeah, people do call him that.
Okay, so let's talk about the problems. People don't know what the hell is going on. If you check out Mia's comment section, there's still a vast majority of people who have absolutely no idea what it is that Mia is even apologizing for. We have to remember that previously she had deleted her entire channel and all of its contents, including the apology videos it is that she made. So unless you were around for the 3 weeks it was that this drama took place, you would have absolutely no idea what's going on. This causes more confusion than understanding because now you have individuals infighting and arguing in the comment section about what even happened. The conversation of what the hell happened with Miiasaurous took over the conversation of what it is that she actually tried to tell her audience in this video. But this is also why I feel a more structured return would have been far more beneficial to Mia, because on September 3rd on Instagram, Mia had hosted a Q&A where she invited her audience to ask her anything. In this Q&A, because she was typing out her responses, they seemed to be a lot more detailed and her response was well constructed. The problem is with that though is that Mia has approximately 80,000 followers on Instagram versus her 1.13 million subscribers on YouTube. So unless you're around...
Can I have 1.13 million? Fuck, I'll be happy with 100K. Okay? I won't abuse it. I promise. Just give me 100K. I just want a check mark. Just give me 100K. I don't even need a million. Just give me 100K. I won't abuse it like these assholes. I promise. Shit.
On September 3rd for 24 hours, there's literally no way you would have caught it. Here are some questions it is that I thought were interesting. Somebody asked, what happened to your YouTube? She replied, not entirely proud of my past content / not proud of my past choices. So I just wiped everything. I will return soon though. Another person asked, are you really a changed person? Mia replied, I don't think I get to decide that. I will say though, that everybody is constantly changing, whether it's for the better or for worse. Not to sound like the finance bro who tried shrooms once and learnt about empathy, but as they say, everything is subjective.
Yeah.
Your opinion is not wrong or right. It's simply an opinion. And I will not deny you the right to have one about me, shouty. Somebody else asked her, are you coming back with a detailed response to the criticism or with regular content as per usual? She replied, I feel like it's a bit counterproductive for everyone, myself included, to just keep on rehashing it over and over again. I understand people have questions and some of them may never be answered. Unfortunately, it's just a consequence of what I have done. I think it's also a natural reflection on how social media works. You don't really know anyone, since most of the content that hits the internet is very meticulously handcrafted. So my content was / is no different from that. I'm happy to keep talking about my choices though. I think I just also want to make new ones along with whatever is right in the moment. I think I was just very ashamed of myself and felt like I needed to over-explain to have everyone understand me. But I don't think that's necessary anymore.
I wonder if Mia felt like, because she was getting called out by that other creator who was smaller, I wonder if somebody approached Mia and was like, listen, you better get ahead of this because it's starting to make a rumble. And that's why she did what she did. And she thought she was going to pull a Jenna Marbles. But she did a horrible job at it. That makes me wonder who went to her and said, you need to do this. Yeah, people have that conspiracy. I believe it. I believe it because she tried to pull a Jenna Marbles, but she couldn't do it like Jenna Marbles. It was bad.
I am definitely just interested in having conversation and hearing everyone out. Another person asked, how did you cope with coming out with the truth and acknowledging your wrongdoing? She replied, my friends supported me through everything. All of them held me accountable while simultaneously showing me unconditional love. Mindfulness and self-compassion was a key component as well. Reframing these cognitive schemes you have about not being good enough to be seen, as well as any black and white thinking you may have, i.e., God, I'm nothing but a piece of shit who only up does the brain good too. People sometimes say you need to just ignore these thoughts, but I find it helpful to just have a dialogue with them. Sometimes it's your inner child or something inside just asking for their needs, and it's wants. Being there for yourself is the only way that anyone is going to do better. You can't hate yourself into a version you love. It also just happened very fast. Obviously, it's not completely over and never will be. I do think that seeing such positive influences enter my life is what made me want to stick to being truthful, having a sense of self though. I think I've known for a long time that I would just hit a wall. So I guess that now was just the time for everything to unravel. All I can say is that it happened like that. It takes time to make long-lasting change for yourself if you're facing something similar, etc, etc. Do you think that things will ever be the same for you online? Mia replied, God, I fucking hope not, laughed my ass off. It was painful, but well needed. I almost want to say that I fucking hate the internet, but that's only because I feel like so many of the negative things about me just weren't being said. It's like the feeling of everyone ignoring the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Only time will tell though.
Okay, you know what irritates me is people who squander away a gift. All right? Not very many people are going to make it on the internet like that. You know what I mean? And you got to really love what you do to get in front of this camera or behind the microphone, because, you know, I don't always get in front of the camera. To get behind the microphone, get in front of the camera, you got to really love what you do. And not everybody is going to make it to where they can make a living off of it. I am privileged in the fact that my husband has a good job, you know, and it just irritates the shit out of me when I see people with 100K, 200K, 500K, 1 million subs just piss it away from being stupid and not being themselves and not being genuine. You know, it pisses me off. It really, really pisses me off. You know, I just feel like sometimes people, I guess, get used to having that many followers and that many views and stuff like that, that they don't appreciate it as much. And that irritates me. That irritates me. Where here I am, small 5K, I'm a micro channel, and I get excited when a video gets 2K views, you know? I don't know. It just irritates me. I feel like some people just don't appreciate what they have, you know?
And the last one is, what do you think of the videos that people have made about you recently? I've only watched one actually, and I think it was too painful to keep going since it was really tough reading through everything in the comments as well. I don't think that anyone was necessarily wrong for the things that they said, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, it hurt like a bitch, but that's also just the reality of my consequences, bro. I can say that I almost want to get defensive and start listing out what was inaccurate and this and that, but it's not even about being right either. I think it's also just a part of social media too. I definitely learnt my lesson about judging / talking about others though. Fuck making commentary vids. Now from what we can see here, it seems as if her new content may not necessarily be commentary. And I honestly think that's a shame because I feel like Miiasaurous had something great to add to commentary. Editing page here, I don't know whether this is necessarily true anymore because I just clicked onto Miiasaurous' channel after the most recent upload. Originally she only had her apology up, and now she seems to have a bunch of previous commentary videos. So she might be coming back to commentary, I don't know, but at the time my reasoning that she wasn't coming back to commentary was purely based on her saying F doing commentary, as well as not having any of her previous commentary videos up. So I guess maybe she's changed her mind, who knows. I understand the fact that she may feel as if, you know, she can't.
Listen, it sounds like to me she can do commentary. She just doesn't have to do that extra added bullshit that she was doing. I mean, it sounds like to me she can do commentary. She just doesn't need to do the extra bullshit. You know?
Can't critique other people if she herself has so much to be critiqued for. But I kind of feel as if we're past the point within the commentary sphere that we believe that all commentators should be above reproach, and that they don't have the same negative human impulses that everybody does. Like for me, the way I change my past content into my current content is always to keep at the forefront of my mind empathy. Like with Mia, I am empathetic to the displacement it is that Mia endured, that made her feel as if she wasn't good enough, or didn't fit in, or didn't belong.
Okay, pro grip, that's actually a good question, but is anyone going to take her seriously now that they know this about her? That's actually a really good question, and here's the thing. you prove them wrong over time. You do the video, do a video, do a video, do a video, and eventually people are going to pick up that you're not doing the same shit that you used to do. And then you'll gain the respect back. Yes, time heals all wounds. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that embellishing and bedazzling her life made her feel as if she was important in a world where her emotional well-being was not the utmost of importance to the people around her.
Right.
I humanize her. And because of that, I feel as if I can critique her from a place of love rather than a place of, oh, you terrible, horrible human being. I mean, you really have to be the worst person in the planet to be on my shit list. Because I myself...
Paige, I saw what you just did there. I saw what you just did, Paige. I saw what you did in this video, Paige. Paige, you a shady bitch. You shady as hell. Paige, you're shady. I seen it, Paige. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I see you. I see you, Paige.
Realize that I am not perfect. I fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
But that's also a part of the human experience. So I truly hope that Mia changes her mind about her contributions to commentary, because her voice is needed. And to
Can't take the petty out of Paige. Hell yeah. Listen, just because she changed her name to Paige Christie, don't think Petty Paige ain't in there somewhere. Just saying. Her name was Petty Paige for a fucking reason.
1.13 million followers, subscribers, or whatever, she is important.
Yeah.
And she is valid. But that brings me to my next point about the parasocial relationship it is that Mia has developed with her audience.
Oh.
So the fundamental problem here is influencers are not your friends, and I do not care if I have to shout it into the abyss. They simply aren't. They're not your friend.
Period.
We all know the phrase different in person,
Period.
right? I feel like everybody needs to remember that whatever it is that you see on the internet is rarely what you get in real life. I mean, 99.9% of internet trolls would not have the audacity to say to public figures what it is that they say online to their face. Because I don't play those games. Bitch, I fight in real life. Because interpersonal reactions face-to-face versus via a keyboard is vastly different. So if we can admit that these so-called keyboard warriors can present overly confident, over-embellished, hyperbolic versions of themselves, imagine how much easier it is to create a more interesting version of yourself through the lens of a camera. See, on the internet, we can project ourselves to be a version of ourselves that we want to be. So it's not strange to see individuals put on personas, from Rich Lux and his clown makeup to Deaf Noodles and his cat ears. We can construct versions of ourselves that we see as more appealing, because the primary objective is to get people to like us. And I don't care, anybody who makes content wants to be liked in some capacity.
Oh, absolutely. That's one, and this is the thing I tell y'all all the time, okay? I tell y'all this all the time. Every YouTuber is an asshole. It just depends on what degree asshole we are. Because if it boils down to this. We all want y'all to watch us. We obviously want attention. I'm not doing this shit for nothing. Paige isn't making videos for nothing. We obviously want attention. You know what I'm saying? We obviously want attention. You know? We're all assholes. It just depends on what degree asshole we are. Every single one of us.
And even if they aren't first on being liked the most, they want to be liked by someone. Otherwise, there would be no reason for them to create content at all. Miiasaurous was creating content weekly, and the effects of repeated exposure to a person essentially enhances your attitude towards them. This social attraction is an outcome of sustained exposure, and with social media making communication so much easier, even without feedback, this relationship can develop. Parasocial relationships develop when fans relate a trait of a public figure as an in-group. So it's quite bizarre to me that so many people were willing to overlook that the personality traits that drew them closer to Mia were seemingly untrue.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We're gonna have a real talk real quick. Nothing makes me more uncomfortable than someone developing a parasocial relationship with me. Nothing makes me more uncomfortable than that. That is the one thing that makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. Like somebody saying, hey, I love your live streams. That's one thing. But, you know, people who are constantly pushing, I love you, you don't know me. You know me through my streams, but we're not friends. Okay? If you were my friend, I would probably tell you something that I would never talk about in front of a camera. We would have deep conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have my DMs closed on Twitter. I do not do the parasocial relationships very well. I am not very good in the DMs unless you're particular people. And my circle is small for a reason. B Hart, it says, I still don't understand a parasocial relationship, to be honest. You would have to have direct influence with the creator to develop that, right? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. You know? But, you know, the people who are in my circle, they know who they are, because I'll just DM them out the blue. Yo. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are. It just gets me really, I get really uncomfortable, because the last thing I want is somebody deciding something because of me. I want y'all to use your own brain about stuff. This is not like WWJD, what would Jesus do? It's not WWXD, what would Xylie do? Okay? 9 times out of 10, that would get you thrown in jail anyway. So don't go by what Xylie would do. Okay? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. You can just go through a similar experience and connect. It's easily done. Yeah, it is. For real. You know. You mean you ain't Sky Daddy? What the fuck? No. I ain't Sky Daddy or Sky Mama. Shit.
And the reason I think that is because they have a bond with the person it is that she created. Despite the deconstruction of this character, they still have a framed image of this character in their mind's eye. Betrayal did not flow as much as empathy.
But let me say real quick, I love my audience, and I don't really have a lot of those issues with my audience now. I used to have that issue earlier on, but now we're good. I'm in a good place now, just to let y'all know. I just want to I didn't want to throw y'all off.
Now, this either speaks to Miiasaurous and the amazing community it is that she's created, or this is symptomatic of a parasocial codependent relationship that has been developed between the public figure and their audience. So to conclude, we don't know Mia, and even I, as a person who...
In a weird way, I think parasocial relationship can be good. Like, it could inspire someone to be a better person, to kind of take on traits they like, but it goes further. But if it goes further, it's creepy as shit. Maybe? I don't know.
who has critiqued
I have to
Miia
think about that
previously
one.
on my last video, I can only critique what it is that Miia herself has presented to me. And even the act of critique on a public figure is parasocial in of itself. But whether you are disappointed in Miia in ways that made you angry, or are proud of Miia for her honesty and integrity, the point is that none of us know Miia, nor will we ever. Maybe it's that human need for a sense of belonging that attracts us to these creators. We crave feeling included, and YouTube gives us that. The ability to be a part of a group and to generate a subculture. So whilst all of us pass judgment on Miia, good or bad, we can't deny that she herself has that innate need to belong. So maybe, just maybe, she created her own space of belonging. So maybe she's not in her Charizard era. Maybe she's a chameleon. So let's just give her a little bit of grace, as we are all in the middle of our evolution.
I know that's right. All right, real quick, let me tell y'all something. Me and Paige used to be part of the same community, but on opposite ends, okay? You want to talk about two bitches that have changed? It's me and Paige. Literally. Paige and I have literally had an evolution. We actually started leaving that community around the same time. And I think Paige and I are actually better for it now. And I see, you know, better traits with Paige now than back then. And I think she sees better because I don't think she even knew who I was. But I know I have changed. You can just look at my old live streams and tell where I've changed now. You know, I've calmed down a lot. I'm not as outraged, you know. And it was a difficult change, too. It was a difficult change. I literally had to change audiences, you know. I mean, I've kept some of them, the ones that, you know, were really here for me, you know. And I got some friends that stood by me, but, yeah. No, you want to talk about two bitches that have changed? It's me and Paige. For real. Hell yeah, Paige, 100%. Yeah, thank you, Taylor. Yes, my thumbnails were really bad back in the day, too. I changed for the better as the thumbnails got better. How about that? I stopped chasing views. That was my demise. Yeah, Paige, I get it. See, and I was lost for like a year and a half on my channel. And I think that's when I was transitioning into commentary, because honestly, I was in a genre that I didn't belong in. If I do wear makeup, it's lip gloss and eyeliner. That's it. I don't know nothing about putting shit on my face. The fuck? You know? You're talking about a woman who was a mechanic and basically lives her life like a tomboy. The hell was I doing in beauty drama? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The way I see it, Paige and I, we are not the same people that we were a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. We're not. And I think we've both changed for the better. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of me and I'm proud of her. So... I just say in a weird way, watching your content inspires me and makes me want to grow a backbone and speak my mind without being ridiculously uncomfy and melting down. Okay, that right there, that example of what you were saying before makes sense. Just another story. That right there, okay, I understand that, but I don't think that's parasocial. I think when I think parasocial relationship, I'm thinking that a person who is a viewer looking at a content creator, because they admire that content creator, they make it in their own head that they're friends. Oh, Paige, that's what Xylie did to me. Oh. But yeah, you know, it's when they cross that boundary, and it's very uncomfortable for me, because I don't ever want to feel like I'm leading anybody astray, you know. Yeah, that's like inspiration. You know? Okay, no, it's okay, just another story. Listen, that's what we're here for. We figured it out together. We figured it out together. But I am proud to say that I consider Paige Christie a friend now. I used to hate that bitch. Okay? I used to hate that bitch because I was on the opposite end. But she's one of my friends now. I can honestly call Paige Christie a friend. And I will see her IRL. Either me going there or when she comes here. Either way, I'm seeing that bitch one day. Just saying. Amber Chick, Xylie makes me want to flip tables. It's a win-win. But this lovey-dovey bullshit is for... And that's why Amber Chick and I are friends. Because she don't like that unicorn throwing up rainbow shit either. Yes, Paige. I'm going to see you real life one day. I would love to go to the UK because I would love to meet you. I would love to meet Adam. And I definitely want to meet Drew with Sharing. I really want to meet Drew in real life. I would love to meet you three. Honestly. Alright, so any other questions or comments about what we just watched? I need to get out of here and finish washing dishes and stuff like that. Amber Chick, I love you, Amber. I wouldn't give you up for nothing in this world. Thanks for the videos. I appreciate it. There were some damn good videos. Damn good videos. Did a good job on them. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a great night. And always remember, don't believe bullshit you see on the internet. If you see a motherfucker that is constantly like, oh, you got to do this, and oh, I'm calling this, and they act like all sweet and innocent, 9 times out of 10, they're actually the asshole. Always keep that shit real. Peace out. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss on, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.